I know there's so many women and moms out there struggling with the same thing. And I just feel like I want to talk about it. I want to talk about how I feel, and I want to create like a community around women who feel exactly the same and who are down to join me on my healing journey, because we need more healed and strong and bold and confident and unapologetic women out there. We need that in our society. It's like one of the main reasons why I had started therapy a few months back. It is that I have lost touch completely with my feminine energy. I'm trying to recall exactly the moment that it happened, and I'm having a hard time because it didn't happen suddenly. It started happening progressively to a point where I completely stopped dressing up. I stopped taking care of my hygiene. Like, low-key embarrassing to admit that I would go like days without showering. Sometimes I wouldn't shower my hair for over a week, and like it would just like be messy and oily, and I would just leave my house like with my home clothes, like literally every day, like dressing up like this, like just with my home clothes. I just don't really care how I would go out, get the kids out of the house, get them to school, get them to daycare, do the drop-offs, do whatever, finish whatever responsibilities that I've had, and that's it, like, and just trying like to get back in touch with my feminine energy the last few months, even like over a year now. I've been really struggling. Like, I have phases where next week I'm gonna take better care of myself, I'm gonna show up more like my highest self, I'm gonna do my hair, I'm gonna wake up, I'm gonna do my makeup, I'm gonna wear nice clothes, and then like the weeks come and I just don't do any of it. Like, obviously as moms we tend to put ourselves last, but like, is it fair? I just feel so dead inside. Like, I just feel like the woman, the feminine inside of me is just non-existent, you know? And like, I just live for my responsibilities and for my roles. And sometimes I'm like, it is all a matter of decision, but then like I have no strength in me to decide, if that makes sense. And like, maybe that's just me handing my power over and just like being completely like giving up on myself. I do have phases where I show up fully, but then I have phases where I'm like just not down for anything. And I know us mothers, it's a constant struggle and like battle between ourselves and everything else that we have. And for some moms, it's easy to balance out both and kind of have both coexist together. But then for other moms, it's like you get completely drowned and lost in your responsibilities and the way that you show up. And yeah, like, I've been watching YouTube videos. I found this channel today and I went to literally, like, I went to research, like, here, if you guys can see how to have strong feminine charisma. I stumbled on this video for this channel. The channel is really about like feminine energy and taking care of yourself, leveling up your life as a woman, and just like, being more charismatic. And I was like, oh, that's really nice. Like, this is what I need. I see other women that like really inspire me, when they have like their hair done and they have like beautiful makeup and they have like, they always have that like this clean girl vibe. I'm like, wow, that's so nice. Like, it's really inspiring, and I aspire to be like that. But just most days, like, I don't even want to show up for myself. Not that I don't want to, is that like I feel like I don't have it in me. And I know it's all a matter of how you speak to yourself and your brain and your thoughts and all that, but there's just still a part of me that no matter what I do, just like puts myself last, I guess, or like just doesn't give any importance to myself, you know? And like, when I was watching this YouTube video, like, I low-key got emotional, and like I'm getting emotional right now just talking about it and thinking about it, because I'm like, I remember a time in my life where I would show up for myself, where I just naturally embodied this like feminine energy, you know? Like I took care of my hair. I would wear makeup when I go out. I would wear jewelry. I would like really, you know, I would walk with confidence. I would like walk like this in the room and just like be loud and be joyful and be alive. And I just didn't care. And that was like my teenage self, because you know, when you're a teenager, you're self-centered and you think that the world revolves around you. But then you grow up and you start losing parts of yourself slowly. And like that's exactly what happened to me. I buried my teenage self. I like left her. So these parts of me that like that naturally existed in that version of me were also buried along with my teenage self. And that's why now I feel like I lost touch with that version of myself. And I feel like as much as I try, like I can get it back for a little bit, but then I revert back to my normal self, which is like how I show up right now. And I know it's not aligned with like the highest version of me, but I keep trying. And I just, yeah, I don't know. Like, I don't know if this video is just all about me venting, but at the same time, I just wanted to know if like other women, especially moms, can relate to that. I made a video about the 3 ways that you can lose yourself as a woman. The first one is in motherhood. The second one is in a relationship. And then the third one is when you're still stuck in the past. And I feel like I lost myself in all 3. Maybe that's why I lost myself so deep, because like it was all in my life, like back to back to back. I know there's so many women and moms out there struggling with the same thing. And I just feel like I want to talk about it. I want to talk about how I feel. And I want to create like a community around women who feel exactly the same. And as much as I try to make my page about like healing and helping other moms heal and you know, like give advice, but I'm still like deep in the healing process. I know I haven't healed yet, and there's so many things that I need to work on. There's a lot of challenges and like wounds that I need to face. Hopefully you guys can hear me, because my kids are like doing their thing in the room and just screaming at each other. That's how boys play with each other. I'm in a quicksand, and no matter how I move, I'm either digging deeper, I'm digging myself deeper in the hole, or I'm just like, I'm stuck, can't move. Like I said, there's some days where I'm like, yo, I'm making progress. Like finally, I'm like unlocking, I'm getting rid of, I'm shedding, I'm shifting, I'm evolving, I'm transforming. And then other days where I'm like, bruh, I'm still deep in my crap. And every time I dig, there's more crap to dig. Like I said, it's really the quicksands here. I just want to build a community of women who can relate and who are down to join me on my healing journey, because we need more healed and strong and bold and confident and unapologetic women out there. We need that in our society. Running the world, running the communities, nurturing the next generation, loving the next generation. And how can we do that when we don't even love and honor ourselves deeply? This is the journey that I'm on right now. I'm really trying to just like love myself deeply, deeply, deeply love myself, because when you love yourself, you show up in the best way that you can every single day, no matter what. And I'm not doing that. So I know what I'm missing is love towards myself. And like, even as a mom, for example, I can't give my kids love if I don't feel loved within myself. And then like I feel guilty for the way that I show up for my kids, because I'm like, I know I'm not giving them the best version of me. But like I'm trying, but at the same time, I'm not even giving myself the best version of me. So how can I give them the best version of me? You understand what I mean? But the fact that you're aware and the fact that you're still here and still watching this and can relate to what I'm saying, that means that you do have a sense of awareness. You do know that there's something wrong. You do know that something needs to be changed. And that's really good. But what's self-awareness without application and integration? Something needs to change. That's for sure.